Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Planet Film Network. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts of episode 5 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Alright, so episode 5 of She-Hulk for me was kind of a mixed bag. I'm still enjoying the show overall, I really am. But for me, this one just kind of felt like filler in a bad way. Last week to me, what I saw a lot of people were referring to last week as filler. Story-wise, I do agree with that. For me, for some reason, I really liked the Madison jokes. I really liked Wong's presence in the episode. I thought that all that was funny and worked for me. This episode, however, I do think we really just spent kind of a half an hour just going over how Jen is going to get clothes that fit her super suit, and then setting up, a tease of what's to come in the final few episodes here. But overall, I just thought, there wasn't even a lot of She-Hulk, let alone Jen in this episode, because we do have that plot with Pug and Nikki going to this place to get her clothes, get her super suit made, in essence. Which was fine for me. I mean, that's all fine and good. I enjoy some of these side characters and some of their side plots. But to me, I didn't find it interesting enough to hold my full attention or to get me excited to see the next scene with them. And I like those actors that play Nikki and Pug. But for me, it just didn't grab me enough. And I think that let the episode down. And then two, what let the episode down is, if this is what we're going to do with this Titania character, that she's just kind of going to be this like thorn in the side of Jennifer, who's going to pop up every few episodes and just kind of be an obstacle for Jen to get over. For me, there's not enough there to get me invested in that plot line either. So for me, really, on the whole, almost every aspect of this episode, from a storyline perspective, just didn't click with me. But that being said, there were still some things that I did really enjoy. I did like certain moments of it. I liked how they kind of resolved it with her dating profile. I thought that was clever. I actually thought that the other attorney at the firm, I know her last name is Book, but I thought that she was very good. I thought that it was nice to get her kind of fleshed out a little bit more in this. You have that moment where her and Jen go to the bar, kind of bond a little bit more. I liked that. But then you have a scene like her cousin Ched coming over, which was a funny joke in the beginning, but now it just feels a little more tired to me, explaining to her, how trademark law works, which is, funny. But also, this is now the fourth time that it's been a joke that, yes, she's the lawyer. She understands how trademark law works. They did that same kind of joke at the end of last week's episode. So for me, I think this episode really just had a little bit of filleritis, if you will. Just a little bit of a filler episode, which disappointed me because when we found out that the show was going to be 9 episodes, I would have hoped that they would take full advantage of that extra real estate, of that extra screen time that some of these other shows didn't get. And for me, it has not done that yet. I am still fully invested in this show. I'm excited for what's to come. This is a spoiler review, so we do get the tease of Daredevil's new costume at the end of this episode. I thought that was great. I thought it was a little weird that there was no post-credit scene on this episode. So there was only post-credit scenes attached to the first 4 episodes that went out to critics in advance. So I'm wondering if that's maybe why. Kind of set up an expectation that every episode would have a post-credit scene when this one didn't. Not that that matters a ton. It's just is weird. These Disney Plus shows have been very inconsistent with how and when and how many post-credit scenes they have. But again, for me, I thought it was a simple episode. It was definitely filler. I just couldn't find a lot there that really kept me glued to the screen like it had in previous weeks. That being said, still really enjoying the show overall. Very excited for Daredevil to show up, see where they go with him and all that. see if Bruce comes back. Hope we know Abomination from some of the trailers does come back. And I just felt like maybe that was what was lacking, was that we didn't get kind of what we assumed was the overarching story, something to do with Abomination. Kind of all of that had been set up in the previous episodes was absent from this. So maybe that's why, but nevertheless, we'll be back talking our She-Hulk thoughts for next week's episode, episode 6. But for now, I'll go ahead, I'll say that this episode for me was a 3 out of 5. Not terrible, not rotten or anything like that, but I'll give it a 60%, a C+, I'll give it as an episode. But guys, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Let us know what you thought of She-Hulk episode 5 down below. And until then, guys, make sure you go ahead and follow us at the official PFN on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you in the next video.